Check. Damn it, that doesn't feel that many. You got 3 sacks, 4 fumbles, 24 tackles. Wow.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams are noted for their pass offenses, and rightfully so. They're among the best in the country, and they put up huge numbers. But if you watch these clubs carefully, you'll see that they pass the lead and run to win. Maybe a little bit more balanced than people realize, and sometimes you can't get caught up always looking for the pass, because that's exactly when you'll get burned by the run. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
Trying to play 2 tonight.
It doesn't get much better than this one, folks. I can't wait for the kickoff of this annual battle in the Sunshine State. The kicker's got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. He'll take it from the 2, heading for the corner, and he's taken down at the 25. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Fires incomplete. He was looking for the tight end. Florida State's got a kid who is playing fantastic this year. And
there we go, baby.
National attention. You sit down with this kid, he's very special. There's really no surprise he's among the nation's elite right now. From their own 25-yard line.
Unbelievable.
Second down.
Like, cold or not?
Quick throw, picked off. Inside the 30. And he's taken down at the 22-yard line.
I just don't think he saw the defender, and he threw the ball right at him. That's what happens when you focus on one guy. You get tunnel vision.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line.
More plays like this, and the coaching staff is going to need to change up the blocking scheme. You can't allow the defense to play in your backfield.
He's knocked out of bounds at the 10. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
It's first and goal, 10 yards to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. And he tacks on the extra point. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
Atlantic Coast Conference action in the spotlight. The Panthers get the victory, 23-7. In other action, time to check in on a little Mountain West action. There was never any room to breathe in this game.
Thanks, Reese. 7-0 game here. Miami is ready to kick it away.
Like, wait, I don't understand.
Sends it
Why
sailing
is Teddy Bear
downfield.
going for it? Like, ah, shit.
He's to the 10. He's got the corner. He's taken down
No.
at the 26.
Like, if he was open or not.
Now here comes the offense.
Punt the
and
ball.
You got to wonder
No,
that
he's
last
gonna-
interception's weighing on the quarterback's mind at all.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
There's a fumble, and the offense will recover.
Yep, and this is why you need to know where the ball is at all
Hold up,
times.
focus. Miami's getting from my
So the sack makes this a second and long.
Here we go, O. Here we go, O. Run to the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
He's brought down in the open field. Looks like they're trying to catch the defense off guard here.
That makes it first and 10.
And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, the defense looked a little sluggish there. They can do better than that.
So the referee initially calls it a catch, but we'll have a chance to take a second look at it and determine if he really was in bounds when he caught the ball.
Well, the side judge was standing right there, so I'd be surprised if he missed that call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, I think the play warranted a review, but the call on the field stands. We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. He makes it out to midfield. Robinson gains about a yard on the play.
That brings up second and 9.
Fires out to his receiver. And down he goes at the 44-yard line. Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Gets out to around the 35, and that's their third first down of the drive.
The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
Strike to his receiver, no good.
Well, that was clearly a poor read on somebody's part. And the bad news is there was no defender around. If the pass was anywhere near him, it could have gone for a big play.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
Well, it's the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Yeah. Black 80.
Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. The kick is up. It's got the distance. And he hooked it left.
Every time you have a chance to finish a drive with points, you've got to capitalize. That time, they couldn't come through.
So you wonder what kind of
Not good.
excitement we'll see
Not
this
good.
time around.
Not good.
Miami is up 7. Looking for the corner. He's at midfield. He's taken down at the 33.
Bless, man. What the freak?
That makes it 1st and 10.
So we've got a first down after a great running play. Run left side. And he is drilled at the 32.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Got some open field. And he hits him hard at the 22.
It's great when a running attack comes through for the first down like this. It makes an offense so much more versatile.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 22. He gets out to about the 22-yard line. The quarterback decided to pitch it on the option, but the back had nowhere to go.
Just a perfect defensive scheme for stopping that. They got to the option before it got to them.
They try to get a head start there.
False start. Offense.
Sometimes what happens on a false start is a lineman will see movement on the other side of the ball and be coaxed into jumping early.
So it's 2nd down and 15 after the penalty.
First pass. There we go. He's starting out slow again.
Touchdown. Huge play. He splits the uprights with the extra point.
What?
Sims has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 33-yard line. The Hurricanes really came prepared to play defense today, and the plan is working.
Well, so far in this game, you've got to tip your cap to the defensive coordinator. He has clearly done a very good job of getting his team ready to play, and they have done a nice job of slowing down this very explosive offense.
Green 9. Check, check. Dancer.
You can tell he's got a lot of faith in his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Yeah. Yoda. Letting you know right now. You better break.
Finds his man. 1st down. Breaks one. He's at the 40, and he tackles him hard at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 35. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. Touchdown saving tackle, but it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This defense not wanting to give an inch here. Touchdown, Seminoles.
That was a very good all-around effort. The running, the blocking, the entire package. A well-deserved score.
And he hits the PAT. A 4-play, 67-yard drive. And they come away with a touchdown. The score now, 14-7. Cantrell has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
Maybe the defense is working up, though.
They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Miami is up a score. He tackles him for a loss. From their own 23-yard line, it's 2nd down. And they'll bring him down behind the line.
The D-line did a good job of nullifying out the blocks up front, and that allowed the linebacker to roam free and make the tackle in the backfield.
This crowd can really be intimidating for an opposing team. Now he tries to buy some time, and he's going to come up with a sack.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
And that's 3 and out. Nothing going on that series. After the sack, it's now 4th and long. Corbett will be the return man. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Corbett fields it at the 46. He gets hit out of bounds at the 16.
I don't think he was in. I think he was down.
They punched it in for 6 on the last series. Can they do it again?
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
Fires quickly to the tight end. Touchdown.
That's a positive for the passing game. It was absolutely the right call in that situation.
Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up. And he converts the extra point. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
The Redhawks came into the game ranked 7th. They're now bungee jumping, and the cord's going to break. Well, well, look what's going on here. Just when you thought you had this game all figured out, the script gets flipped. The Huskies win it by 3.
All tied up at 14 in our game, Reese.
Huge defensive stance at the end of the game.
Florida State ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. I don't think either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. He's got the corner. He's got an opening. He's pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
So at the end of one, 14 apiece. Welcome back to the action. Just about set to start quarter number 2, and we're all tied up. Got an opening. He's at the 40. And he's taken down at about the 29-yard line.
You don't always need to throw the ball with a lot of zip, although it does help in some cases. When you have accuracy like this guy, you can make all the throws.
From the 29-yard line. First down.
I kind of want the touchdown so it looks better for the playoff maybe.
Hines on the right side. And he's tackled right around the 28-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it looks just a little bit over.
Quick release, tight end, incomplete.
Is the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 19. And he's level at the 35. Miami is looking to go up by 3.
He done did it.
It's up. So the freshman kicker isn't able to put it through. We're deadlocked right now at 14. This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime.
Get another pick. Player
Caught, and that's a first down. Tackle
I
made
want to
at
that, see
midfield.
if we can bring that in.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away free yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
From the 35-yard line. First down.
Oh my God.
Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage.
By the time the running back here got the football, he's looking up, and he's got a couple defensive linemen closing in on him because they were able to slip off of their blocks. Really, there's nothing he could do at all there. That was more of a miscommunication and just getting overmatched up front by the offensive line.
Check 13. Check 13. You ain't doing nothing today. Damn. You ain't doing nothing today.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. He's tackled around the 27-yard line.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great play here and convert on an early down.
So it's third down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Come on, D.
Takes a handoff, tackled for a loss.
That'll bring up
The kick is up, and he got it. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
Let's check in on what's going on in Charlottesville. And for Virginia, they continue their winning ways.
Cantrell gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
This audio's off.
Momentum swings have been fairly... So the penalty will make it 1st and 15.
36.
He's out to the 30. Across midfield. Inside the 30. Spectacular
So doesn't
play, and now
cut
it's 1st
back
and
like
goal.
Gain of 72 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Double tight. 36. Run.
Give to the tailback. Tackled outside after a nice pickup. A 5-yard pickup by the halfback on the misdirection.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 3.
Oh, come on. Damn.
Was almost picked off. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. The halfback with a carry. Touchdown, Canes.
It's lame.
Check 26.
And he adds the extra point. The kicker looks like he's... ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. Got the corner. He's knocked out of bounds at the 19. Rivera's stats right now are pretty impressive, but the team has not been impressive. They're struggling despite the fact that he's playing well here in the first half.
Brad, I think he's played well enough for this team to be playing much better as a group. Unfortunately, the rest of his teammates aren't seeming to follow his lead, and I think that's going to be the real challenge for him as they go into the second half, is being able to get this team to be able to rise up their play to where he's playing, and then they got a shot to be able to come back and win this game.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Nice run, and he's brought down. We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 24. They bring him down.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
I missed that. What happened?
Tighten up. Kill. White 9.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's taken down at the 34. First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. Complete across the middle.
Right now is just a great connection between the quarterback and his receivers. They make these plays look effortless.
Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 44-yard line. 2nd down. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Pressure got to him, and he put it on the ground. Picked up by the defense.
What was most impressive is how he followed the play, and he just didn't give up on it. It was that effort that allowed him to come away with the fumble. Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Miami holds a 4-point lead. And they make the stop around the 29-yard line.
The quarterback did an excellent job of recognizing the Mike linebacker on the blitz. He hung in there, delivered the pass, and his receiver made a good catch to move the sticks.
What up, boys?
You like that? You like that?
What up, Cass? Old DB there. Hold on.
Makes the catch and look out. They'll bring him down at the 11-yard line.
Guys, I really like what the offensive coordinator's doing here. Throwing it on 1st and 2nd down will keep the defense guessing.
From the 11-yard line, it's 1st down.
It's just, I finally hooked up this iPad.
They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
I have had a mic, it's just been real low. I guess, I don't know. Look at this shit. Bless.
And he's shoved out of bounds just outside the goal line.
The defense doesn't seem to have an answer right now. They might need to change up some of their schemes.
Damn it.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Touchdown, Hurricanes. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 22-yard line.
Why does the audio always get off?
Under pressure, he airs it out. Can't haul it in.
probably tomorrow night. I hope.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Yes, is that King
From their
Pharaoh
own 22-yard
guy?
line.
Is that
It's
his
second
actual
down.
name?
The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set. And the defense counters with their dime look.
Uh-oh.
Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted at the 30. And down he goes around the 21-yard line.
Boy, just when it looked like they had a chance to get right back into this game, they throw the interception. Now it's still early. Let's see if their defense can bail them out.
Slings it. A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score.
20 is getting his lunch 8.
Throws to the tailback, incomplete.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down. Here's the pitch, and now he's got the corner. He gets hit out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
It'd probably be about
This crowd
Let's see.
can really be intimidating
9,
for an
10,
opposing team.
Dang it, man. We can't just make a regular tackle. We get stood up and stiff on back.
He makes the PAT. Sims ready to kick.
We are in trouble again.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10, and he has it on the corner. And they push him out around the 24-yard line. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. He chucks it downfield. Doesn't get there.
You never know what will happen when the ball ricochets like that. Good effort by the defender.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 24. He's going to air it long. And it's the senior. Tackled at the 18-yard line. We've still got a half of football remaining. The Hurricanes with an 18-point cushion. All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. He really got a hold of that kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
They're not only the better football team on paper, as they've demonstrated today, they're the better team on the field today. And this offense has been outstanding.
So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field.
This is kind of crucial here.
Brought down at about the 27-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. Ball on their own 27. Quick throw out to the receiver. Steps out of bounds. Right around the 40.
That's a gain of 13 on the play.
Just don't play man. Unfortunately.
He's going to try and scramble. And now he's going to improvise. He's at midfield, and he's tackled at about the 47-yard line.
First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 47. They try to get a head start there.
False start, offense.
Once you're set, you've got to stay that way. The slightest flinch is going to be enough to draw the flag.
He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line. Hines gets 3 yards on the carry. From the 49-yard line, it's 2nd down. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Wow. I like how they just take off sometimes.
He throws left. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. Looked like both sides tried to get away with some shoving while the ball was in the air. Here's the call.
This is a very well-coached defense. They know to get their hands up in the air and to try to knock down passes.
Big kick here to try to pin the offense deep in their own territory. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. They come out in a 5-wide set. He's hit and taken down. They pick up good yardage that time on the pass play.
Here they kind of put pressure on the quarterback and challenged him to find the hole in the defense. And in this case, he did. Nice job.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Tackle made right around the 38-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
You like that? You like that?
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 38. He's in trouble. Now he's going to run and watch out. Decides to slide.
Thanks, Pat.
Fires out to his wideout, and he's taken down at about the 35.
It's a great job here by the quarterback of recognizing the outside linebacker's blitz and delivering the football for a first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. He's got it with room to run. He's tackled at the 11. He's scrambling. He's in for the score, and they're back in it. And they're looking to get 2 points here. They got it. They line up to kick this one away. Excellent kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. And for Hines, he's made an impression on this defense tonight.
Well, he has, Brad, and also you can see that extra gear that he has when he gets out into the open field, which allows him to come up with the big plays. The coaches rave about this guy's athletic ability.
But naked right down the middle of the
before it
field.
seems to even open, and then he has the quickness to explode through.
Oh, he
And
pulled
here we
off.
go with the offense ready to get
insane.
things going again. Scrambling around. He gets sacked on the play.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 14.
Wait, no.
Looking to dig themselves out of a little hole
This is
here after the sack.
Horrible
2nd and
usual
14.
play. Horrible usual play. Terrible. Awful.
Throwing right. And he's tackled right away.
Henderson makes the tackle at the 39-yard line. First down.
Should have been picked. He's not down.
On the ground, and he won't get back to the line.
That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 14.
From their own 36-yard line. 2nd down. He'll get the call again. He's pushed out of bounds around the 38-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Oh, here we go. Check nine.
Wow.
He's going to go for the home run. Incomplete. There's a flag down on the field, and I'm betting that this one is pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, that's just too bad.
Automatic
They
first
made
down.
the stop, but a flag is going to keep the chain
Pick it up.
moving.
Yeah, baby, yes. Let's go.
From the 47-yard line. First down.
You like that, Mel? You still watching, Mel?
It's picked up.
I was really impressed with their last
My
series.
user is off
They
a
came
little
out with
bit.
a focus on the passing game, and the offense got the job done. We'll see if they have the same strategy here.
Going deep. Lays it out there. No, incomplete.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
First down.
2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on the 45-yard line.
It's a sound again.
It's a
He's taken down at the 45-yard line.
I don't think that was a first, but I'll take it.
blitz for the tight end, but they can't hook up.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 45-yard line. 2nd down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Down. Loose center.
Strike to his receiver. No good.
You can't blame him for not hanging on.
Can we please catch the ball?
That pass, he got hit pretty hard.
Come on, controller.
3rd and 10.
And once again, they'll come to the line, trying to convert on 3rd down.
Watch 98.
Quick strike, and he drops it. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the 2nd and 3rd receiver.
Good gosh.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball. They'll bring him down around the 34-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98.
And they make the stop at the 22.
I don't know, dude. My head. This dude scratches his head a lot.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Got a receiver, and he dropped it.
I love to see a confident quarterback. You know,
My
go
aim
back there and
was
put blind
awesome.
faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
From the 22-yard line, it's 2nd down. Nice run to the outside. Robinson picks up 5 with the carry. It's the 11th play of the drive.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch kill. Right
Quick pass. Touchdown, FSU. Here's the extra point to draw within 3 points. And he adds the extra point.
Just gonna slowly take their wheel.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. And they can forget about returning this one. The offense couldn't hang on to the ball last time around. Let's see what happens here.
I look for the offense to come out with the same game plan as before. You don't make changes after one play.
And down he goes at the 27. From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down. Miami is up by 3. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete. Really one of the very tough places to play in college football, and it's no different today. Steps up in the pocket. And he's level at the 24-yard line. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
Corbett, the return man. And this one is a beauty. Corbett fields at the 31. He makes it out to midfield. Made a few guys miss on his way to a quality return.
Let's see. What did I not run a whole bunch of? I need to run this stuff more.
These guys came up with a touchdown on their last drive, and they'll be hoping for another 6 on the board here.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
But Nike.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 50.
A little bit off press.
He wants it all. Tackle around the 1-yard line. We head to the final quarter, and we've got a great game on our hands. The Hurricanes with a 3-point lead. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. Touchdown, and they take the lead. Florida State holds a field goal lead. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Cantrell has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Miami's been doing special things on offense all season long, and not today. That's not what we've been expecting.
This has been a shocker. These guys have had their way with almost every defense all year long. You come in expecting the same thing, and they lay an egg. Oh, I didn't expect to see this at all.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Grabs a pitch, looking for the corner. Runs it right. Nice pickup. They get 4 yards on the halfback option.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd down. 6 yards to go. Ball on their own 29. Brought down at the 32-yard line.
Went straight through a middle linebacker and a defensive tackle. What the freak?
These fans are showing you why teams hate to come here, folks. This one will fall incomplete.
That brings up 4th and 3.
Sims awaits the snap. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He's out to the 30. He gets hit out of bounds at the 38. Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. Florida State is up by 4. On the ground with the tailback. And he's tackled around the 41-yard line.
That dude must be fast.
Second and 7. Ball on their own 41. Tackle made at the 41-yard line.
Peter keeps trying to press that. Oh.
He lets it fly. It's picked off. There's a missed tackle.
What is he thinking? The quarterback has got to know at this time in the game, unless his man is wide open, that he should just throw it away. It's these kinds of mistakes that can cost you a game.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Ball is loose. Fumble. Recovered by the offense. So a big momentum shift could be in the making here as we take a look at the possible fumble. They're going to review this fumble, and I've got to tell you, I think he was down before the ball popped loose.
I don't know about this one, Brad. They called it a fumble on the field, and they need indisputable video evidence to overturn this call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after the review, they reverse the call on the field.
Yep. Just give me two yards.
Second and 6. Ball on the 33.
Two.
And now the ball is loose. Scoops it up, and he's taken down at the 46-yard line. We've got a first and 10. Ball on their own 46.
Weak.
He gets rid of this one.
Check it.
From their own 46-yard line. It's second down. And they push him out right around the 50.
Look at this.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 44. The crowd at this stadium, always a factor in a football game. Here's a screen pass. Gets it to the back. He's at the 40. He's tackled right around the 38-yard line.
Not notice such clean.
That makes it first and 10.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25. Pitches out and the ball is up for grabs.
many times are they gonna freaking fumble on this drive and I'm not recovered?
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Just throws this one away.
I think they kick a field goal.
And now they're faced with another 3rd and long as they try to convert and move those chains again. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And he tackles him hard at the 28-yard line.
We gotta
Hines picks up about 3 with that catch.
That'll bring up 4th and 13.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. Kicks away, and he nails the long field goal.
Alright, let's go do what I should have done.
Miami
Split
lines up
this
for the
game away
kickoff.
with a touchdown.
Excellent kick. He's to the 20, looking for the corner. He's taken down at the 26-yard line.
1 minute.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. Nice run, and he's brought
How
down.
do you run by him?
Gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd and 6. Ball on their own 30. He makes his way to about the 38. They'll go with a run once again. They go to the left for a nice gain. Robinson gets 7 yards on the play. The Hurricanes will use their first time out of the half. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. He's taken down right around the 46-yard line. And he gets a yard on the run. The Hurricanes call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Just under 2 to go in the game. Gets to around the 42.
I think the defense put everything into that sequence of plays, and for the offense
That's
to
it,
come
baby.
up with a first down
1 point.
really is demoralizing for the defense.
We needed.
1st and 10. Ball on the 42. And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Kill, kill, kill. 2 times, 2 times. Hey, hey, 3 down, 3 down. Look, kill, kill.
They'll bring him down around the 32-yard line. Third down again. Tackled after a decent run up the gut. This is the 9th play of this drive. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this block. It's 2nd and 12. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Green.
Yeah, I'll look for one. If not, I'll make the same one I've been making.
Really great game to watch. Both teams should be proud of their efforts in this one. Florida State 39, Miami 38.
What time is
So what are
it
your
at?
final
6
thoughts on this
6
one, Kurt?
Central.
They've talked about the rivalry all
All right.
week long, and for good reason. We saw the intensity down on the field every play, and it showed us why these teams love to hate each other. It'll be interesting to see how this game carries over to the next time they play.
That's it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you soon.
Wait, look at some of these highlights. Oh, God. I don't know if this is a score or not, but they gave it to me. I ain't buying score. Look at this cutback. All right. My man has been up and down all year. I haven't really had a good year. Oregon Stanford home opener, 6 p.m. Central. Number 1 team in the nation. I wanted to see something. I gotta get up. Appreciate you, Ty. Do I really need the Florida State logo? If I have it, I just keep it. Right. Peace.